into the Smithsonian. He's effectively now has some random person deciding what is appropriate for the Smithsonian to teach in terms of American history, things that don't offend parts of the MAGA base, right? So we're now literally reviewing parts of American history and parts of American culture to make sure it comports with Dear Leader and what the MAGA organization
Can we address
wants.
some of those things that are in there? Because have you looked at some of the things that are being reviewed?
Yeah, slavery was a bad thing that was to talk about.
Okay.
Like,
he's not whitewashing slavery.
So he's not?
He's not. No,
okay.
he's not. And you cannot tie imperialism and racism and slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But let's talk about...
Pause it, Mystery. She's right. You can't. Yeah. You can't tie imperialism and you can't tie slavery to just one race, though this is something that progressives often do. They try to actually view history through a prism of only white people have ever done anything wrong. Nobody else has. It's always due to the evil white devil. Justin Bieber is descriptively worse than any rap. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Anyway, keep going.
But the fact that when you
can't tie slavery,
let's talk about the fact.
Slavery in America was.
Do you realize that only less than 2% of white Americans owned slaves?
But it was a system of white supremacy.
You realize that slavery is thousands of years old?
White people were
do you know who was the first race to try to end slavery? Well, what's controversial?
I'm very surprised.
This is an extraordinary exercise in historical revisionism.
I'm really surprised.
Do you realize that?
Jillian, I'm surprised that you're trying to litigate who was the beneficiary of slavery and who was not.
What I'm trying to tell you is that
in the context of American history, in the context of American history, what are you saying is incorrect by saying that it was white people oppressing black people?
Every single thing is like, oh, no,
well,
this is all because
what she's pointing out here,
back.
which is important, is she's actually pointing out, no, it was actually a very small percentage of people who were oppressing anybody. You can't lay that burden down and say that that this is at the feet of white people. You would have to lay it at the feet of those who conducted the immoral act to begin with, and also you would have to be grateful towards those who ended these types of actions as well. Of course, they forget that part. They would probably be on board with Kamala's Center for People Who Don't Think Good. Probably. Nice Zoolander reference, by the way. Karina Varela for R109. That was legitimate. R equals BRL. What is that? What is that currency? Mystery.
I don't know.
We'll find out.
That's what I tried to look it up.
BRL. R equals BRL. Not intended to shade tax or anything. You just have fans outside the USA.
Oh, Brazilian reals?
Okay, Brazilian reals. So what is 109 Brazilian reals?
Hold on. $9.86.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It was 54 what? 40 something?
Yeah, 54.40 before. So that would be
well, it's close enough to $10.
Okay, got it. All right, got it. Now we know. Hey, don't blame me. If YouTube would just convert it to US, that would be awesome. They should just convert everything to US currency. But I do appreciate the support wherever you are, including Brazil. But you can't blame me. A lot of people try to sneak it through, you know.
Plus, that's funnier that way anyway.
It is funnier that way. I agree with that, too. That's true. Anyway, keep going.
And that's just not the truth. Like, for example, every single exhibit, I have a list of every single one. Like, people migrated from Cuba because white people bad. Not because of Castro. Yes, no, it's in there. That's what I'm saying. You don't actually know what's in there. Do you know that when you walk in the front door, the first thing you see is the gay flag?
Jillian, you have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I do. Because here's the thing.
Are you talking about?
Okay, I'll give you an example.
All right, pause it. So this woman's making complete sense, of course. She's pointing out that, you know, if you actually look through the material here, you'll find that they're basically blaming white people even for what's going on in Cuba. And they do. I've actually heard progressives do this. They say it's due to American foreign policy. That's how Castro got power to begin with. It's all the evil white devil's fault every single time. Anyway, go ahead.
Called Change Your Game, right? This has been an installation there. Is gender testing fair in sports? Does that, and then it goes on to talk about how it's complex to do gender testing in sports. It's not complex. It's basic science. That's untrue. It's XX chromosome, XY chromosome. That's sports. Is it fair to have biological men competing against biological women in sports? No. But why is this in the Smithsonian? So it's been completely captured.
First of all, I don't.
And it's totally partisan.
First of all, we don't have time to litigate all of this.
Of course we don't, because then you're going to lose the argument. Everything is racialized, just like you're trying to do to me now.
Excuse me.
It's like, I can't believe you're trying to suggest, that slavery
just to
is
be
a good
clear,
thing.
you brought up race.
No,
this was a conversation about the arts, and you brought up race.
It isn't.
You brought up.
But the whole point of this is that the issue
you brought up slavery, and you brought up the question of whether. You brought up the question of whether or not slavery in the United States is about race. The answer is yes.
Of course. I did not say
in the United States
don't
is
straw man my
about
argument
race.
because that's not what I said.
So what are you
brought
talking
up
about?
Slavery, and what I was talking about is that this isn't really about that. When you make every single exhibit about white imperialism when it isn't relevant at all, that is a problem. So when you're talking about Cubans leaving Cuba and you make it about white people bad, that's not accurate.
Can I just say, zooming
that's
out,
my point.
All right, we're going to move on.
I was saying on the arts thing, I think why this
Pause it. No
that's the end of the
lies detected. No lies detected. So this is very common. I've run into it myself. She rightly points out, don't straw man my argument. Don't straw man me, you brat, you idiot. Don't straw man what I'm saying here. I'm saying that you can't just form everything through the prism of white people bad in order to make every point you make. It's ridiculous. Anyway, hang on a second, Mystery. I'm going to...
I got that Trump reclassifying marijuana little video queued up.
Yeah. Hang on. I got another one here, though, that I wanted to go over. Oh, okay. Actually, that was the next one in my queue. So, yeah, we can do that one next. Go ahead.
Good.
She is 100%
Big decision
right.
from the White House could change marijuana laws across the country. Right now, it's classified as a Schedule I drug, the same as heroin. But President Trump considering reclassifying it as a Schedule III drug like steroids and testosterone. Reporter Jared Halpern discusses the impacts that this could have nationwide.
Okay, pause it. Okay, so this one is going to be pretty damn contentious. There's been a lot of fight over this, especially in the conservative ethos between Christian conservatives, non-Christian conservatives. So we can have it out a little bit right now. The idea here doesn't seem to be legalization necessarily, but rather reclassifying these things as a drug. Now, did I hear that right, Mystery? They're going to reclassify it to something more akin to a steroid than heroin.
Yep, that's what he said.
Yeah. So the idea here is, are these Schedule III drugs? Are these just considered less dangerous? Do you know what the score is with that?
Well, Class 1 drugs are like, I believe it's the heaviest penalties. Like you can get.
Why don't you see what you can
jail.
dig up on that real quick while I go through the super chats, and we'll see if we can't make sure that we're clear on it. I bet there are street pharmacists. Then there it's who? What? I bet there are street pharmacists. Then there it's who owns slave. What are you talking about? Do you send the super chats in English, bro? Bertone for 10 says the irony that lesbian fitness expert is laying the smackdown on race baiters on CNN regarding Smithsonian is not lost on me. True. Is she a lesbian? I'm not familiar with her work. Is she could just be a femcon, right? There is a lot of femcons. Maga, is it Magarambe? Magarambe?
Like Harambe, but MAGA?
Yeah, MAGA Harambe.
All right.
The woman is Jillian Michaels. She's our base, newly awoken hot lesbian warrior who is married to a woman. That's not marriage. I don't know what that is, but it ain't marriage.